Well, many political groups criticize Walmart, but former GE CEO Jack Welch says the company is doing more for America's poor than any program Uncle Sam has come up with.
We believe that Walmart is the greatest inflation fighter in America, and inflation is the most harmful thing to those among us who have the least. And therefore, we think Walmart creates jobs, creates opportunities for its employees, and in fact, gives more buying power to more people with less than any other factor. Better than food stamps, better than a whole mess of government programs.
Hey, Jonathan, does Jack have it right?
Of course he does. I mean, it is an embarrassment, Terry, that Walmart is even questioned as being an incredibly productive, beneficial part of society. I mean, they created millions of jobs. Jack is absolutely right. They saved the average shopper about $2,000 a year.
They single-handedly rode up the trade deficit to record levels, probably. Wayne, do you agree with Jonathan?
I can't believe that you got Jack Welch saying those among us who have the least. How could he possibly know?
He was worth $750 million the last time I looked, right?
Yeah, this zillionaire talking about those among us who have the least. He wouldn't have the vaguest idea.
Wayne, you got the point exactly right, though, that inflation does hurt the people at the low end of the scale. And you're always, biatch slapping Walmart. They're doing a lot more than food stamps are. They're doing a lot more than any of that.
Are they fighting inflation, Cody, or just importing deflation?
I'm not knocking.
Well, I mean, Walmart's certainly making an impact on inflation, and it's a great thing for the economy in many ways. But before we go ahead and get on the Walmart bandwagon, let's talk about the fact that, they do go into, for example, my hometown in Ruidoso, New Mexico. They go in there and they fight for tax breaks that the rest of the community doesn't get. So any other business owner in that town is on an unlevel playing field against Walmart. We can't say that Walmart's exactly the capitalist engine that we want to say.
But the people are paid so poorly that they're on food stamps. I mean, my tax dollars are going to Walmart employees.
Because they're not getting health care benefits and everything else.
I think a lot of that is distorted because a lot of these guys are part-time employees. But one thing for sure is the reason why the United States' productivity numbers keep going up and up, Walmart doesn't allow unions, unionized employees, and that's been terrific for America. And that's why the Democrats hate them, because the Democrats are supported by the unions.
Jonathan, do you think the nation's public schools do less to fight poverty than Walmart? I mean, that's a little bit far-fetched. I mean, if I start flying on a private jet, I would stop listening to me about the poor as well. I personally think Walmart's more of a net neutral. They do create jobs, but they destroy them at Kmart and local competitors just as well as they create them. So it's, yes, they lower prices, but they also keep wages down for certain people. It's not such a net greatness to the poor.
Well, and I'd argue also that much bigger impact on the economy than Walmart and inflation. Walmart's impact on inflation is the internet economy, the globalization of this world, and empowering the individuals. Those are the people that are actually creating new jobs and cutting prices.
And Jonathan, hasn't GE done a lot to create a lot of wealth?
Business does a lot, Terry. Free voluntary trade does a lot, but unfortunately, you don't get that with Walmart. You get these, you get these legislators that say, well, no, we can't let them buy a bank. Or you get communities saying, well, no, we're not going to let them in unless they pay $20 an hour to stock a shelf. I mean, yes, Walmart, business, free trade is wonderful for this economy. That's what makes this economy. But, unfortunately, Walmart is not everywhere they turn.
Why pick this as the poster child of great American business?
Because Sam Walton started with one store, and he built this huge colossus that employs 1 million people. And Terry, how many people does Walmart Watch employ? 15 at some office somewhere. It's a joke.
Trace?
You could say the same about McDonald's. I mean, I think to Jonas's point, educate these people. Maybe let's talk about the minimum wage. Maybe
how about Meredith? How about Starbucks? I mean, they give all of their employees health care. They seem happy. You go in there, they're making
Starbucks is an excellent business model. It's a hard one to replicate.
Is it better than Walmart?
Starbucks is tougher because Starbucks margins are so much greater. I mean, the margins for Walmart are small, and they're trying to increase those margins by driving other costs other than personnel costs down.
By the way, my first job in New York was at Starbucks as a barista, and yes, it was a great experience.
You look familiar. I don't look familiar.
You're one of those smiling people behind the counter. Okay, thanks everybody. Coming up next, the fourth quarter in our Cashin In college football stock picking special, and it's Jonas's turn to take the ball, but will he pass the ultimate test? Wayne and Jonathan, we'll see about that.